USFCougar.com here with USF head football coach Jed Stugart, who's number 12 University of Sioux Falls Cougars football team will visit Augustana tomorrow afternoon at Kirkby Over Stadium. It's a 1:05 start. Jed, quick assessment this week of practice. How's it gone?
Well, I've liked our week of practice because I think we'll always want to start off the week good. I thought we had a good Tuesday practice with a lot of energy. We kind of have been sticking a little bit more to a disciplined practice that maybe last year we started getting away from as we started to get to the middle of the year and kind of went back to our good practice structure and maybe not getting so protective and keeping guys competing during the week. And so we've kind of kept that up, and I think our guys have responded well and been able to kind of keep just the spirit of the week and all the emotions and media and stuff that comes with that at a good balance, and I think they've been pretty focused.
Yesterday your guys showed a lot of energy out on the field on a Thursday practice, which is always good. Now they go into a Augie weekend where it's the key to the city game, and USF's 3-1 in those games in the past. How do you approach this game tomorrow?
Well, you have to, you can't deny the fact that it's more than just another game. I mean, there's a lot of fun implications and bragging rights and the key and all these things, but we always try to keep in perspective that really your long-term goal in college football is try to make the playoffs and strive to try to get in a national championship game. That's what you do. So it is another game, but the fun part of it is that there is a little bit more to it, and you got to find the balance between the emotions and not being too amped up. And it's just really, we've tried to keep it all about number 420. I mean, that's the next one we got to win, and try to keep all the other stuff out of it and prepare like you would with any other game. But you have to be realistic that it is a different type of a week as well.
So your team this year has really been able to run the football. It's the best start, at least going back to 2001, in terms of a 4-game start rushing. 1,500 yards. You're actually second in the nation in total offense, second in rushing offense. Max Mickey has taken over the lead as the #1 average carry rusher, and his 161 yards is also second in the nation. Talk about, and Luke Papillion, your quarterback, has 3 straight 100-yard rushing games. So here you go. You have a team that's producing a lot of offense. How do you feel about your team from that perspective and on the other side defensively?
Well, it was a point of emphasis in this offseason and in the spring football as we wanted to run the ball better. We changed some things. And we've kind of made it a point of emphasis, and then to kind of see that transfer over into the season, because I felt like we didn't have enough of a balance last year. We were relying too much on just Luke's feet. Max was a little banged up toward the second half of the season, so he wasn't healthy, and Justin was a little banged up. We were just a little banged up, some old linemen, and so we've got at the end of the day we just weren't consistent enough with our run game. So really proud of the fact that from an offensive coaching standpoint that was the point of emphasis. They've carried it on to the fall. The offensive line was really something they really wanted to take a lot of pride in and have. And so it just helps your offense when you're balanced that way and when you can run the football. And we've been pretty consistent in doing that week in and week out.
Quickly, defensively, how do you feel about not only this weekend but moving forward?
Well, I mean, the defense has begun to answer a lot of questions I think that a lot of people and even us had at the start of the season when you graduate as many guys as we did defensively and in some key positions. And so I'm real proud of the young guys and guys that have stepped in those roles. We're a lot deeper than we've been in some spots as we were last year, so that's helped. And now we play a really explosive offense. I mean, this will be probably one of the more explosive offenses that we play. And so, we always strive just not our goal is to not give up the big play. We're realistic with the weapons that Augustana has. You have to be realistic with your team that their receivers are going to make their catches. They're just too good, so you can't get discouraged when they make their catches and maybe an explosive play. But as long as those explosive plays aren't happening quickly and for points, is a different story. So the moral of that story is to keep keep it contained. Don't get discouraged when there's a big play that happens, and just be consistent. I think you got to respect their offense, and that's what we've kind of, our game plan going into this has been that.
This has been Jed Stugart with USFCougars.com. Good luck tomorrow, Jed.
Thanks, Dan.